Let's talk about that thing that became a dragon because it grew a Christmas tail. Let's talk about that thing that became a dragon because it grew a Christmas tree on its tail, shall we? Hello everybody, Hi Your Face here back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to use Mega Sceptile in Pokemon Brick Bronze. We're just going to be going over some sets I put together real quick for Mega Sceptile, basic explanation on how to use them. The first set I have here put together for you is just a basic 4-attack set, being Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, Hidden Power Fire, Earthquake. Normally you'd be running Dragon Pulse on this, but Dragon Pulse is a tutor move, and so Sceptile doesn't get it yet. But once we do get that, it'll probably go over Earthquake. Anyway, we'll get to that later. So you have Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, Hidden Power Fire, and Earthquake. And for you people who don't know about Hidden Power Fire, the IVs are fairly simple. It's just an even attack, even special attack, and even speed. And the rest of your HP defense and special defense are all odd. I'll link my hidden power breeding video in the description. Anyway, basically, this set just takes advantage of its huge special attack. You got some nukes with Leaf Storm. Giga Drain for, like, if you're sure it's going to KO and need some recovery, might as well use that so you don't drop your special attack. Hidden Power Fire is for steel types like Scizor, Fortress, all that stuff. Ferrothorn when that comes out. Earthquake is for other steel types that aren't weak to fire, such as Heatran and all that lovely stuff. Empoleon too, but Leaf Storm also hits that. Let's see, Earthquake's 200 power, Leaf Storm's what? 130 times 1.5 is 65, so 195 versus 200. This is probably going to hit harder based on special attack, but of course, Anyway, Earthquake's for things like Heatran that otherwise walls you. And the EV spread is simple, full speed, full special attack. And then a little bit of attack to boost the Earthquake. What's cool about Sceptile is that both level 50 and 100 is going to have odd HP, so you don't need to bother with any health investment. So there you go. That's just the simple set on this Sceptile. The next one I've got is Substitute plus 3 attacks, and that's just Substitute, Hidden Power Fire, Leaf Storm, and Earthquake. Now there are some other things you can do with this. You could use Giga Drain over Leaf Storm if you want some recovery with the substitute, but if you don't want that, you can have Leaf Storm still. And if you're not afraid of Heatran, you can do Sub Leech Seed. I covered Leech Seed in the other options, but for now we'll just have Earthquake. Same spread. The last set is 252, 252. 4 attack. Now, nature preference is up to you. You can either go Hasty or Naive. Hasty makes you weaker to physical priority, which is everything except Water Shuriken and Vacuum Wave. Or you could go Naive, but if you go Naive, things that have download, like Porygon, they're going to get a special attack boost unless you put some special defense investment to outpace your defense. I personally prefer Naive because I want to be able to live to make sure I'm safe against certain priorities. Ice Shard's going to wreck you no matter what. You're grass and Dragon type, you're 4 times weak to it, and you're pretty frail defensively, so Ice Shard, you're not living. Anyways, we're going to talk about the basic applications of this set. If you send this out against a Pokemon that the opponent needs to win, and you force a switch, you set up Substitute, unless you're 100% sure you know what they're going into, and you can take advantage of it otherwise. That puts you behind a sub, that makes you safe from any incoming attack except sound-based moves or infiltrated Pokemon like Crobat. and then you just assess the situation and go for whatever move you need. And if you don't have Earthquake, you can set up a Leech Seed, give you some form of recovery. You could go with Giga Drain if you want some other recovery. But anyway, you just set yourself behind something safe and then continue to nuke them like normal. That is what this set does. And this is just basic spread of level 50 variant of it, since you're having 30 IV, 30. Wait, is it? Yeah. Since you're running 30 special attack, 30 speed, 30 special attack, 252 investment is still going to give you 215 speed, 196 special attack. So you just drop it down to 248. Put it in. Put that extra 8 in attack, and then throw 4 in defense. Just basic IV application, or EV applications, I should say. Anyway, the next set we can cover is a Sword Stance set. If you don't want to run a Special Sceptile because it doesn't have Dragon Pulse yet, you can run a Sword Stance variant, and that's just going to be Sword Stance, Leaf Blade, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake. Basically, dual stab plus Earthquake for steel types. Sword Stance on something you're forcing out, nuke with these two. And your EV spread is just simply 252, 252, and then 4 in Spadef. Or defense, whichever one you prefer. Doesn't really matter. Some other options you could run is Focus Blast on special variants instead of Earthquake. That 70% accuracy is just so deterring. You don't want to run Dragon Claw on the physical set. You can run Dual Chop. It's essentially the same power. It hits twice, so it can go through sashes and sturdy, but it's 90% accuracy, so that's why people normally don't run it. If you're not afraid of Heatran or on any of these sets, really, you can run Rock Slide over it for things like Charizard and Talonflame and Volcarona. It'll hit those really hard. And then, like I said, there's Leech Seed on the subsets, where you can run it over something like Earthquake if you want some form of recovery while you're in that sub. And then we have 2 future options. Once it gets access to tutors, we'll have Dragon Pulse for the Dragon Stab, which you'll probably be using over Earthquake on all of these sets. And then Outrage on the SD set if you're not worried about fairy types. You can run Outrage instead of Dragon Claw. But yeah, that's really it with Mega Sceptile. It's a fun Pokemon to use. It's just lacking stab at the current moment. Still very powerful Pokemon. That 145 special attack is nothing to scoff at, and 145 speed. You're outspeeding everything, but you're going to be speed tying Mega Beedrill. Be wary though, if you don't have bottle caps, you're going to be having 30 speed, which makes you slower than Mega Beedrill. If you do have bottle caps, I recommend putting it in that speed so you can have as much speed as you possibly can. Let's see. Well, that didn't work. Anyway. So yeah, just be wary of the 30 speed IVs you're going to be having with in Power Fire. In Power Fire is really key on this because Scizor walls you otherwise. But yeah, that's it. I hope you found this helpful. If you enjoyed, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in another video. Also, let me know what other Pokemon you want to see in the comments below. Yes, I just looked over there because I couldn't tell where my fingers were in this face cam. But yeah, comments below, let me know what I should cover next. I'm trying to do like all the megas first, so because they're easier, because you don't have to worry about items or really too much about abilities. You're always going to be running Overgrow on Mega Sceptile because Unburden is literally useless. But yeah, I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.